The euro currency ends the session north of 108.50, actually closer to 108.55, after what was a lackluster trade given the fact that we have some key data points later this week. One being the Fed chairman. He'll be speaking twice, giving his semi-annual testimony to both the House and the Senate. And then follow that up on Thursday with the ECB policy meeting, where the ECB is not expected to cut rates, I should say. But there is going to be some big ears listening to what they say in the post-meeting press conference about the possibility of rate cuts, which right now are priced in for mid-year, but that could always change. We see these central banks absorbing data, reflecting on data, and reassessing data. It'll be interesting to see what happens after these two major key data points. But again, the euro has seen quite the climb since Feb 1st. It's up 1.5% as the dollar has struggled, but we've been unable to break out of the range, which has been 107 to 109. We've tested just short of 109 on a couple of occasions. Today we got as high as 108.68. Again, failing to get to the top end of that range. Clearly the market looking for some catalyst event. Perhaps it is Mr. Powell speaking this week, or could be the ECB policy meeting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But again, seeing a settle above 108.50, closer to 108.55 to start the week. Now, what does this mean for volatility? Well, check out that CVOL index over at cmegroup.com. And while volatility has been trending lower for much of 2024, we did see a modest uptick late last week, and things kind of held steady today, perhaps a nod to the upcoming data points given Mr. Powell's testimony and the ECB policy meeting. Lastly, let's talk about positioning. What are speculators doing? Well, as of last Tuesday, speculators were exiting their net long positions. 2024 has been a big exodus of net longs. However, a couple weeks ago, we saw them adding back to their net longs briefly. Now they've gone back to exiting, perhaps just some position squaring ahead of key data points later this week. So opening up the week, the euro back above 108, closer to 108.50, closer to 108.55, ahead of the chairman's testimony to Congress and an ECB policy meeting.